Hello there. This is my first ASMR video with the new setup, so you can hear me testing things out. I thought for a fun treat, I would read to you from a thing I just recently printed out. It's for a book club I'm in, so it's nice being in a book club because you read things you wouldn't normally read. And so here I have Anarchist FAQ. Section A. What is anarchism? So I'm going to just go ahead and read a little bit, and I hope you like it. Anarchist FAQ. Section A. What is anarchism? Modern civilization faces three potentially catastrophic crises. 1. Social breakdown. A shorthand term for rising rates of poverty, homelessness, crime, violence, alienation, drug and alcohol abuse, social isolation, political apathy, dehumanization, the deterioration of community structures of self-help and mutual aid, etc. 2. The destruction of the planet's delicate ecosystems on which all complex forms of life depend. And 3. The proliferation of weapons of mass destruction, particularly nuclear weapons. Orthodox opinion, including that of establishment experts, mainstream media, and politicians, generally regards these crises as separable, each having its own causes and therefore capable of being dealt with on a piecemeal basis in isolation from the other two. Obviously, however, this orthodox approach isn't working, since the problems in question are getting worse. Unless some better approach is taken soon, we are clearly headed for disaster, either from catastrophic war, ecological Armageddon, or a descent into urban savagery, or all the above. Anarchism offers a unified and coherent way of making sense of these crises by tracing them to a common source. This source is the principle of hierarchical authority which underlies the major institutions of all civilized societies, whether are capitalist or communist. Anarchist analysis therefore starts from the fact that all of our major institutions are in the form of hierarchies, i.e., organizations that concentrate power at the top of a pyramid structure, such as corporations, government bureaucracies, armies, political parties, religious organizations, universities, etc. Then it goes on to show how the authoritarian relations inherent in such hierarchies negatively affect individuals, their society, and culture. In the first part of this FAQ, sections A to E, we will present the anarchist analysis of hierarchical authority and its negative effects in greater detail. It should not be thought, however, that anarchism is just a critique of modern civilization, just negative or destructive, because it is much more than that. For one thing, it is also a proposal for a free society. Emma Goldman expressed what might be called the anarchist question as follows. The problem that confronts us today is how to be oneself and yet oneness with others, to feel deeply with all human beings and still retain one's own characteristic qualities. In other words, how can we create a society in which the potential for each individual is realized, but not at the expense of others? In order to achieve this, anarchists envision a society in which, instead of being controlled from the top down through hierarchical structures of centralized power, the affairs of humanity, to quote Benjamin Tucker, be managed by individuals or voluntary associations. While later sections of the FAQ, sections I and J, will describe anarchism's positive proposals for organizing society in this way from the bottom up, Some of the constructive core of anarchism will be seen even in the earlier sections. The positive core of anarchism can be seen in the anarchist critique of such flawed solutions to the social question as Marxism and right-wing libertarianism, sections F and H respectively. As Clifford Harper elegantly puts it, like all great ideas, anarchism is pretty simple once you get down to it. Human beings are at their best when they are living free of authority, deciding things among themselves rather than being ordered about. Due to their desire to maximize individual and therefore social freedom, anarchists wish to dismantle all institutions that repress people. Common to all anarchists is the desire to free society of all political and social coercive institutions which stand in the way of the development of a free humanity. Rudolf Rocker, Anarcho-Syndicalism, page 9. As we'll see, all such institutions are hierarchies, and their repressive nature stems directly from their hierarchical form. Anarchism is a socio-economic and political theory, but not an ideology. The difference is very important. Basically, hold on, sorry, got distracted. Maybe we should stop for now. I'm just gonna see if this test worked. All right, bye for now.